Hello and welcome everyone. We are going to talk about Galactus. In this video we will not talk about Galactus' powers and abilities, as I had already uploaded a video on that topic, link will be in the description. We will also not talk about Supervillains Showdowns. In this video we will see how Galactus can be killed. If you think he cannot be killed, then let me tell you my friend, you're completely wrong, as he has been killed a few times in the comics. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will never miss an upcoming update. With that out of the way, let's get started with the video.
You must face the World Eater known as Galactus.
How do we kill a being that can withstand the combined forces of some of Marvel's most popular and powerful superheroes, including the Silver Surfer, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four? Well, believe it or not, we have a couple of options. First, we can use a device known as the ultimate nullifier. Now, if you're not familiar with this, the ultimate nullifier is one of the most powerful objects in the entire Marvel universe and is one of the only things that has been consistently able to instill fear in Galactus. In fact, in issue 5 of Infinity War, the Madness refers to the ultimate nullifier as the most devastating weapon in the universe. Basically, the person wielding the nullifier can completely destroy whoever or whatever they want, including the Galactus as well as the entirety of the universe itself. However, there are a couple of obstacles that make the ultimate nullifier a less than ideal method of taking down Galactus. First of all, using it requires extreme concentration by its real dirt. But if the person using it is not able to concentrate completely, the nullifier can actually destroy them as well as everything around them, including the universe. If we are focused enough to use the nullifier successfully, then we have to first be able to acquire it, which is easier said than done, as the nullifier is typically kept in the Galactus workshop, or the Watcher's base of operations, and Galactus is able to call the nullifier to him at any point in time. So even if we somehow get aboard Galactus a ship or enter the Watcher's watchtower, we run the risk of Galactus simply calling a nullifier to himself and leaving us defenseless. So using the nullifier is too risky. We have another option that we see play out during the Galactus the Devourer miniseries by Louise Simonson. So to understand what happens in that story, we first have to understand Galactus' worship tattoo, which he uses to aid him. It helps in the consumption of planet by penetrating the core of the planets that he's targeting in order to consume their energy. So at the end of that miniseries, we find another method by which we can eliminate Galactus, and what happens is that in order to stop Galactus from consuming all life on Earth, Reed Richards invents a device that can clog the siphoning machines on Galactus' ship and simply cause them to overload and explode, expelling all their energy up to that point towards Galactus. This proves to be more than Galactus can handle, thereby killing him and turning him into a star. So from these events, we can see that if we can expel enough energy at Galactus, then he can be killed. Now, believe it or not, we're still not done. As we stated before, Galactus becomes severely weakened when he goes extended periods of time without consuming the life force of planets, and it's well accepted that within the Marvel canon, if he goes long enough without feeding, Galactus can effectively starve to death. So if we can take us to a place where there are no planets in existence for him to feed on, we can kill him by starvation. The place exists within the Marvel universe. Fortunately for us, it does in the form of the negative zone, a dimension made up entirely of antimatter. In fact, during the events of Cataclysm, the Ultimate's last stand, after the mainland Marvel universe, a version of Galactus merges with the Ultimate Universe version. He's managed by the heroes of the Ultimate Universe to the negative zone in hopes that he would starve to death because Galactus cannot feed on antimatter. And finally, we come to perhaps the simplest way to kill Galactus is to capitalize on his insatiable hunger and poison a planet he intends to consume. This has actually happened before when the son of the Incredible Hulk hero Khalid poisons Galactus with a combination of the power cosmic and the old power, which is basically an unstable source of energy that was created when a group known as the Shadow Priests tried to recreate the power cosmically. Now, while Galactus did survive the poisoning, it did nearly kill him, and hero Carla tells Galactus that if he consumes a planet containing the old power again, he will die. So in order to kill Galactus, seemingly all we would have to do is to inject the old power into a planet the Galactus is about to consume. So there you have it, round the court. I think we came up with some pretty solid ways to kill Galactus. He's a lot easier to kill than we thought. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.